Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I am sharing swatches with you from the brand Morgan Taylor. This is their Matadora collection for fall 2017. This collection was sent to me from Preen.me through the VIP program. I sporadically get packages from them. Okay, I say sporadically and I think it's only been two. But I'll get the random package from them. They didn't tell me this was coming. They didn't ask for anything specific from me, but I did want to go ahead and share them with you. So this is their new 6-piece collection that is inspired by Spain. So I received 6 polishes. I also received a stamping kit that I will show you, and then I also received their base coat and top coat. So I'm going to go through all of that with you today. I'm going to show you how all of these stamp over each other. I didn't lay down like black and white bases this time. I just wanted to go ahead and show you how they performed on top of each other. So these are available right now where Morgan Taylor is sold. In the description box below, I will link Morgan Taylor's site, Morgan Taylor's Instagram page, the Preen.me site, the Preen.me Instagram page, and my Instagram page where I'll have more swatches, including video swatches and nail art and all that good stuff of everything in this collection. So all of that said, let's go ahead and get started. So first I wanted to note for all my swatches today, I will be using the Stick With It base coat from Morgan Taylor, as well as the Need for Speed top coat. So along with these polishes, they also sent a couple different stamping plates, along with a clear jelly stamper and a scraper. So I assume they want me to try to stamp, which I don't know why companies keep trusting me to stamp, but I'm going to attempt to stamp all of these in no particular order, just whichever one I grab next. But I will show you how each of them stamps over a different color in this collection using these products. So our first polish is called All Tangled Up, and this is a nice deep fall red cream polish. So here's our first coat of All Tangled Up. All the creams in this collection have pretty much the same formula. They're all really easy to use and extremely opaque. They're all just about 1 coaters, where after a couple uses, or if you're not super picky, you could do 1 coat pretty easily. They have great formulas, stay where you put it, easy to use, very beginner friendly as I like to say. But here is the second coat. I am going to do 2 coats pretty much across the board just for consistency purposes, and this one is nice and even on 2 coats. These also self-level really nicely. They dry decently glossy, or decently fast and extremely glossy. So there is 2 coats. And I am applying latex cuticle shield, liquid latex shield, and then using the stamping plates. I will also link the cuticle shield in the description box below. Peel that away and then apply the Morgan Taylor top coat. So here's a final look. Up next we have Olay My Way, and this is a dark blue with like a light blue shimmer. So I am going to only do 1 coat of Olay My Way here. This is completely opaque. It matches the color in the bottle. This one's also very easy to use, and the shimmer stands out really nicely on your nail. I just can't get used to the big Morgan Taylor brushes. My nails are so curved that I make a huge mess around my cuticle area, so I might be missing some of my nail, or I might be making a mess throughout this video. But again, this has a fantastic, easy to work with, beginner friendly formula. So there is 1 coat. Again, applying that shield around my nails, that'll be linked in the description box below. I am applying Olay My Way on the Morgan Taylor stamping plate, scraping with their scraper and using their clear jelly stamper, and just rolling down, taking the liquid latex off, and then applying the Morgan Taylor top coat. I will say this top coat does tend to smear, so just be cautious. Up next we have Danced in Sangria, and this is a dark, almost black in certain lightings, purple cream. It is quite comparable to Linkin Park After Dark on the nail anyway. On the bottle, the Morgan Taylor seems a lot lighter, but I will show it next to each other on the nail if you're interested. So over here, okay, hold on, I actually don't know the name. So over here we have Danced in Sangria from Morgan Taylor, 2 coats and top coat, and then over here we have Linkin Park After Dark from OPI, also 2 coats and top coat, just to show how similar these were. I did want to note that when adding this top coat, since I did it on a nail wheel, I let the 2 coats dry overnight before adding the top coat because I had some smearing with the nail art, so I wanted to see if it was the top coat or if it was the polish just not drying fast enough or me being impatient rather. And I still ended up getting some polish on my top coat brush, the purple polish. So something about that top coat makes the polish under it wet, if that makes any kind of sense. So not a huge deal, just wanted to throw it out there. The top coat was great, it dried really fast once it was on, but I did want to note that it will smear anything underneath it. Irrelevant to the comparison itself, but I just wanted to throw it out there. So here's our first coat of Danced in Sangria. This is the only one that, of the creams anyway, that I feel you definitely need the 2 coats on. It is a little bit streaky and patchy here on this first coat, and the second coat will deepen the color a ton. But it does have that same very easy formula to use. It's very, again, just user friendly. It stays where you put it. So here is the second coat, and this one does cover completely in 2 coats. Again, it dries decently quick and very glossy. Sorry if you can hear Bebe, he's eating. So there is 2 coats. And I'm applying that latex cuticle shield. What I'm going to do this time though is a reverse stamping. I got a little ballsy here. I've never ever once been able to do this. So I am stamping with this purple, but I am going in with the rest of the colors except the white that I used for the base. And I am filling in these super cute flowers just using a dotting tool. I'm sure there's a more efficient way to do it, but this is what I had sitting next to me on my desk. So I am rambling on and on about this, and it's pretty self-explanatory. I will have all these videos on my Instagram page as well, as I will also have the full nail art look that I did for each of these on my Instagram. So I am stamping that and then peeling the liquid latex off and using the top coat. Again, this top coat might smear. Next up we have Don't Break My Corazon, and this is a like fall pink. I don't really know how to describe it pink wise, but it is very fallish cream polish. So here's the first coat of Don't Break My Corazon, which I hope I'm saying right. Again, this one covers phenomenally. If you're not super picky, you could totally get away with this in just 1 coat. It's also very easy to use. It has a great formula. It's also going to thicken up over time a little bit, so you will probably easily be able to use this in 1 coat after just a couple of uses. I am going to show you 2 today just for consistency purposes because that's what I did across the board for the cream polishes. So here is the second coat, and this one does cover completely in 2 coats, though it was just about completely opaque in 1. And once again, it is very glossy. It will dry very glossy, and it does dry decently fast as well. So there is 2 coats. And let's go ahead and see how this one's stamped. I apply this liquid latex around my cuticles and apply, swipe down, and use the clear jelly stamper, and of course it goes on marvelously. It's just I'm a little stamp slow, so I got a little messy there. But apply that top coat, careful because it does smear. I find using a larger bead of top coat really helps eliminate that. Up next we have Mauve Your Feet, and this is actually less mauve and more peachy cream to me. So here's our first coat of Mauve Your Feet. Once again, a fantastic formula, very easy to use, user-friendly, like beginner-friendly for nail polish. It's not thick, but it's thicker than like a lot of creams, like OPI creams. It's definitely thicker than that, but it makes it so easy to use. And it does cover extremely well here on this first coat. But here is the second coat, and it does cover completely in 2 coats. That first coat just had a little bit of patching for me. Nothing bad though. These do dry pretty decently quickly, not too fast because otherwise they wouldn't stamp very well, I believe, and then it also dries very glossy just like all the other creams. So there is 2 coats. And let's take a look how this one stamps, applying that liquid latex around my cuticle area just for easy cleanup. Apply on the stamping plate, scrape down, and grab my clear jelly stamper. And again, this transfers beautifully. This one will also look really, really nice over lighter colors. Apply that top coat. This was when I noticed the smudging being pretty bad. And lastly, we have I'm Drawing A Blanco, and this is a shimmery white polish with like a white iridescent glitter. So here's our first coat of I'm Drawing A Blanco. This one is extremely sheer compared to anything else in this collection, even the other shimmer. It does build up to just about opaque, but I didn't get this one fully opaque for my liking. I assume it could be a topper. I did not attempt to use it as a topper because I feel like it's one of those that would apply pretty unevenly and then it would just look funny over a darker color. Potentially over a lighter color it might be better, but I just wanted to show this one on its own. It might look really nice over a white, but here's the third coat, and I'm going to say this one covers about 85 to 90% on this third coat. You do have to worry about streaking, and those little glitters will stick to your nail just a little bit. I didn't have a ton of them, but I did have a couple of them to note. This one also dries pretty fast and pretty glossy. So there's 3 coats. So let's look at how this one stamps. I did not expect this one to do as well as it did. I was thoroughly impressed with it stamping at all, especially with my skills. And I forgot my latex on this one, so I did have to do a little bit of cleanup and it was a little bit messy, but here is that top coat. So I think Mauve Your Feet is my favorite from these. This is just a really, really beautiful color for the fall, and I really enjoy this shade on my skin tone, so Mauve Your Feet is my favorite. These all performed and stamped absolutely wonderfully. I don't know if it is the stamping plates or the polishes themselves because I'm a notoriously terrible stamper, but I didn't have an issue one time with any of these. I didn't have to redo any stamps. So I was thoroughly impressed with everything here. Every time I receive something that's like stamp related, I'm like, oh, I dread using this, but I dreaded using it and I was blown away with how easy everything was to use. So let me know in the comments below what you guys thought of this collection. Let me know if you plan on picking any of them up, and let me know what your favorite was. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, subscribe if you want to see more from me, and I'll talk to you again next time.